one of my favorite weapons in Monster Hunter World, the Greatsword. This will be an idiot's guide to the Greatsword, and this has been brought to me by Rage Gaming Videos. This is probably Josh, my friend. He's not my friend. He's not, unfortunately, but he's actually one of the coolest people in the history of the world when it comes to using the Greatsword. He is a badass with the Greatsword. He's pretty much taught me everything that I know about the Greatsword, and now I want to teach that to you. And this is live, so I won't be able to include his video, but I will find a way to put his video maybe in the comments or in the description to show you basically Josh's video, Rage Gaming's video, as well as mine, so that way you can learn from an experienced hunter as well as from me. And well, if you feel like, this helped you, then go ahead and click like and do all that other stuff. But anyways, let's jump right into it. We're going to go into some basic moves. We're going to go into the realistic settings on how best to use those moves, and then we'll take it into the field against a tempered Rathian. And now I would do a Master Rank monster. Actually, I probably will do a Master Rank monster, but right now I kind of need those tempered investigations because I do not have a lot of jewels. I basically skedaddled through high rank because my data got deleted and all sorts of other stuff. So anyways, that's going to be the main point of the... Well, first of all, for the very beginning, obviously, you press triangle to draw your weapon. It's pretty normal, just a basic drawing of the weapon. You have the circle, which will do the sweeping slice, which is slow, terrible, and only really useful when you're clearing small monsters. You have the upward slice, which you press by triangle and circle. And that is slow, terrible, and usually you only want to use that to launch your fellow hunters into the air, but they would probably get pretty pissed if you launch them into the air when they're attacking or doing something stupid, so I never use that. What we really care about is the overhead slice, or from your sheathed position, a draw attack. This is fantastic. It's your bread and butter, and it's going to easily get you through pretty much any monster in the game. So, the main reason why this is so good is because of the charge mechanic. See, when you hold your triangle down, 3, you start pulsing with a red glow. Each pulse represents a charge level. There are 3 in total, and you can each charge level deals a little bit more damage than the last. However, what you want to do, you don't want to go beyond the level 3 charge, because as you can see, that level 3 charge did 200. Now watch what happens if I go beyond the level 3. If I hit it, my bad. Oh, that was level 3. See, it did 359. I'm so used to letting go. See, that only did 252 because it was downgraded to level 2. You will automatically release the attack, and you will be downgraded to level 2 if you hold triangle for too long. So remember that as you continue on. You have a full charge combo, as if things needed to be slower and longer. Right when you finish your charge, forward and triangle. To go into the strong charge, again, 3 more charge levels, forward and triangle, for the true charge. The second hit of which is probably the most powerful hit in the entirety of the game as far as one number is concerned. However, the biggest problem with this full charge combo is if you do it all the way to level 3 for all 3 of your attacks, you're going to be stuck there for 13 seconds, which is pretty much enough time for most monsters to get 4 to 5 hits in. And in Master Rank, they can end you in 2 to 3 hits. So that's a big thing for you to realize, that you're going to be stuck there for a long time. So why would you even do that? Why would you even sit there and use a charging slow weapon like that? And the reason why is because of your shoulder. See, when you're charging, when you're in the middle of charging, you can decide to say, "Hey, nope, I don't want to charge anymore," and do a shoulder charge forward. This will travel you a short distance and will also get you 50% damage reduction, as well as knockback immunity, as well as basically it does KO damage. The shoulder barge does KO damage, which means that you can actually get some knockouts on single player. On multiplayer, the threshold is so high, but it's different. But on single player, yeah, it's good to get some KOs every now and then. But when you shoulder tackle, you actually go into the next link in the chain. So say, for instance, you're at the normal charge, you let that go. You don't let that go. You're at the normal charge, you shoulder tackle, and now you're at the true charge, just like that. It's that simple. Anyways, what you gotta memorize though is if you charge shoulder tackle, the middle strong charge, you have to let the true pulse 3 times for maximum power. However, if you let even a level 1 strong charge through, then you only have to get 2 pulses for maximum power, which is actually very easy to do. In Rage Gaming Videos' description, he actually puts a lot of maths when it comes to different types of shoulders, charges, and other stuff like that to show you what kind of damage it did and what DPS it resulted in, that kind of stuff. But for the TLDR, the best time to damage combo is as follows. You draw slash, you let the level 1 of this fly, and then you come back and unleash a fully powered true. And then if you still got time, roll away, barge forward, or you should barge forward, let the level 1 fly, and again, another max power true. The biggest issue with the Greatsword, there are 2 big issues with the Greatsword. One is that when you are holding the weapon, you are extremely slow. So if you're not actually physically attacking anything, put your Greatsword away, please. Just keep yourself alive, put your Greatsword away, move to a different location faster, and then you can pull it out and start attacking. Meanwhile, another thing is while you're charging, you are immune to other players tripping you up, but you are not immune to the monster slapping you in the face. So if the monster tries to slap you in the face, then you will get sent flying and you will lose your charge hit, and it's kind of embarrassing. So what you want to do is you don't want to sit there and overcharge, but you also don't want to charge while there's monsters attacking you, and you also don't want to charge while the monster might be leaving, because the monster may very well just jump out of your range and then you just hit the ground in front of you. Another thing to note is once you let go of the sword, you will actually be stuck there holding the sword, and you have to actually pick the sword back up. You can easily counteract this by rolling. If you roll, then it'll automatically take the sword with you, and you don't have to worry about that huge pickup time. Or if you actually go into the chain. Now, say for instance we have a Diablos right here, okay? Here we go. Okay, he's not attacking me, so I'm gonna go ahead and draw and release. Alright, gonna release that. Hip check coming at me, so I'm gonna shoulder barge through that. Alright, that's good. Now I have time to release this. Alright, now we'll roll around. Let's shoulder barge. Let's do this. Awesome, that flinched him. Alright, so I'm gonna up hip check coming at me again. I'm gonna shoulder barge, and then I'm gonna release this, and that flinched him as well. So you just gotta make sure that you know what you're doing with the monster at every second and time everything accordingly. You'll just get better and better and better at this as you learn the weapon, and you will be able to just completely demolish any monster in your thing, because if you're rolling and shoulder barging, it's either going to hit your shoulders or it's just not going to hit you at all, and then it's going to sit there and tank the hardest hit in the game over and over and over again. And once you get to that point, it's so satisfying to be able to do that over and over and over again. So now we're going to go ahead and go into 2 hunts, I guess. I'll do 2 hunts. One of a tempered monster and one of a master rank monster. And then I can show you just how each monster reacts to different things. We're gonna go ahead and wait for it to load. Doodle 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 doo. Loading, loading, yeah, loading.
Our targets are Nargacuga and Glavenus. Let's keep an eye out for Velconatrax while we're at it.
Alright, so first we're gonna go up against a tempered Rathian as well as a non-tempered Anjanath and make a pretty quick, actually this is a pretty quick kill time as far as I know. From the last time I did it, it was a pretty quick kill time. So, we're gonna go ahead and keep that going. We're gonna eat, because you always want to eat. It basically increases your ability to... It increases your health, your stamina, and it can increase a combination of your attack, defense, and elemental resistance, which is actually a very valuable thing to have. Then you want to get your items, and now we're just waiting for the quest to load. Any second now. Gonna wait. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. There we go. Loading. Quest able to go. Now we can go. Now we have to wait for it to load again. Loading, 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 loading. Alright, here we go. Let's go ahead and find our tempered Rathian. Let's pick up a stone, because this is Iceborne, so we have Clutch Claw abilities. Let's go ahead and run over this way, grab an herb, because we can. And I know where Rathian is, because I've fought her so many times that it's just kind of ingrained in my muscle memory. Gonna go ahead and pick up one of her footprints because I need those tempered investigations. I only have one right now, and that's literally this tempered Rathian is the only investigation I have. So, yeah, that's gonna be kind of annoying. But anyways, she should be over here, and she's gonna go ahead and come through that little door right there. Any second now, I'm sure. We're just gonna wait for her. Oh no, she's gonna get mad at Anjanath. Okay. Oh, that's Anjanath. Ouch. So don't do what I just did. Don't just run into an Anjanath for no reason while he's going through a cave. But yeah, here we go. First of all, we're gonna get our draw slash at full power. We're gonna miss. That's unfortunate, but we're gonna go ahead and try it again. You always want to get your draw slash at full power if the monster is not ready to attack you, because if that's the case, then you actually get a pretty much free hit on it, and you want to make sure that free hit, and now it's attacking, so let's go ahead and keep going. We're gonna go ahead and go through those roars. They're gonna start fighting. So what I'm gonna do, because I don't want to fight both of them at once, is I'm gonna dunk bomb Anjanath. And then I'm gonna get my draw slash on Rathian. I'm gonna take off my dunk bombs because I want to keep my stones. And then I'm gonna draw slash on Rathian. I'm gonna get hit by a tail slam there, which is actually very unfortunate. Let me go ahead and pop my herbal medicine. This is not a very good way to just demonstrate what we're doing, but I'm gonna eat my herbal medicine. And you want to go for the tail when it comes to Rathian. She's gonna tail slam again. And see, I shoulder barged through that tail slam, so I still got poisoned, but I didn't take the damage, and I also didn't get knocked back, which is actually very helpful. She's gonna tail slam again. This time I could not shoulder barge because I was charging. Well, because I was doing it, and I also am out of herbal medicine, so that is not good. Let me go ahead and find a... Need to find an antidote herb. Here we go. Gonna drink this antidote. She's gonna try to tail flip again. That is fine. We're gonna go ahead and work on her tail a little bit. We're gonna get a second charge slam in. And right here, she's gonna try to attack, so I'm gonna shoulder barge. And I shoulder barge through that, even though she missed anyways. She's flying again, so you want to be careful for the tail slap. Just wait for it. Or if she's gonna dive like that, that's fine. Keep going for the tail. And basically be relentless. You are a Greatsword after all, so you can very easily tackle charge out of pretty much any attack and still live. And you also want to keep going with everything that you are doing. Ouch. You can also shoulder barge through roars, but I was a little too early on that. Shoulder barging is a timing thing. You gotta be very careful with your timing. Go ahead and heal. And now she's gonna run away. So we really didn't get all that much damage on her because we were too busy getting knocked back and forth because we were doing other things. It's kind of hard to actually commentate and fight at the same time. It's kind of hard to do that, so what I'm probably gonna do is I'm probably gonna keep going. I'm gonna go ahead and follow the Rathian, which she's over here. Did she really come all the way out of here just to go back into the forest? That's kind of stupid, but you know. These are monsters, so they don't know everything. I'm gonna equip my flash pods here because I'm getting tired of her actually flying. And she missed her little run, but then she did it this time. She made it this time, and she's probably gonna make it again. No, she missed this time. So we're gonna go ahead and work on her tail. We're gonna shoulder barge through that fireball, and we're still burning, but we didn't take as much damage, and we also didn't get knocked back by the fireball, which is very helpful. We shoulder barged just slightly too early for that tail slam, but as you can see, shoulder barging is a very, very useful tool if you can time it correctly. So now Rathian's gonna go ahead and do her little run. We're gonna go ahead and wait. We're gonna roll through that roar. And we are going to dodge and shoulder charge. We're gonna shoulder charge there. We're gonna shoulder charge slightly too early, but I wasn't shoulder charging to get through the thing. I was shoulder charging to try to get a KO. Gonna heal again. We shoulder charge through the tail slam, so that's good. Now we're going to go ahead and get a blast proc as well as knock her over, so this gives us a big chance to work on her tail. We've got plenty of time to get a true charge, a perfectly balanced true charge, and that will be very helpful in cutting off her tail. She's already dropped one pod, which means she's at 30% health, and for some reason my triangle button's messing up. It's fine. We'll go ahead and roll, shoulder barge, do all our good stuff. And always end combos with roll away and sheath. No matter what else you do, roll away and sheath, because the recovery time between attacks is really just, it's gonna get you killed very easily. So as you can see, we finally cut off her tail. We've got the second pod down, which means she's at 20% health. And now she is going to limp away. And this is a very lovely sight to see, because when she limps away, that also means she's going to go to sleep. And when she goes to sleep, that means we get to make the most powerful hit in the game. Including, like, the most powerful hit, even for a Greatsword, the most powerful hit in the game. Because when you strike a sleeping monster, the power is doubled, which means that whatever you hit with the Greatsword, whatever monster you hit with the Greatsword, you will deal double damage to that first hit to wake it up, which is actually very, very useful. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna follow Rathian to her place. We're gonna go ahead and pick up a dung pod. And I already know where Rathian's nest is, so we're just gonna go walk over there. And last time I did this wake up hit literally killed her. Like, it was that quick. So let's go ahead and see if we can kill her with the wake up hit this time as well. You'll want to aim for a weak, squishy part of Rathian, or any monster really, when you wake up. But the easiest way to do it is you walk up to whatever part you're going to hit, you block, which you can block with R2 by the way. You immediately bounce backwards by pressing X and holding down back. Then you draw slash, you let the level 1 fly, you unleash a fully charged true, and BAM! She's dead. Just like that. That is the easiest way to wake up a sleeping monster with the biggest, most damaging hit. Which is very, very helpful. Now let's go deal with Anjanath. After we carve her, obviously. We're gonna go ahead and sharpen. And now let's go after Anjanath. Anjanath is gonna be a little bit easier because he's not as agile and crazy as Rathian, and also his attacks are a lot easier to be. He has a lot of wind-ups for his attack, which makes it a little bit easier. And so we're gonna go ahead and KO an Anjanath, and then we will go ahead and call it a video. And then, actually not long after that, I'm gonna go ahead and start my Iceborne story mission, and you guys are gonna see that, so that's gonna be pretty nice. So, I'm gonna go ahead and continue over towards the Anjanath. We're gonna go ahead and keep going, keep going, keep going. He's right over here. Gonna pick up, well, we can't pick up the honey, so it's fine. And then we're gonna go ahead and, hey Anjanath, we're gonna draw slash. We're gonna shoulder charge. We should have actually hit a roar there. Oh, there we go. I could have shoulder charged, but he didn't roar at the very beginning. So now he's gonna roar twice, which he's done before. And now he's going to actually start attacking. We've already flinched him, which means we get a chance to actually get a true charge in. We definitely flinched him there. We're gonna go ahead and clutch claw, and we can't actually knock him in. I don't know why I did that, because he's angry. I was gonna try to knock him into a wall, but he's angry, so as you can see, his attacks are very easily missable. Except for his tail. Watch his tail. And his bulldozing move is definitely a move you don't want to be hit by. But I actually one time shoulder barged through the bulldozing move and knocked him over by shoulder barging through the bulldozing move. But that was a long, long time ago. He's gonna go ahead and do his little jump attack. We're gonna stay clear of that. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get pretty quick hits in. We're not gonna stay in one place for too long. And we're gonna just keep wailing on him nice and easy. And we're gonna get hit by the tail there. I should have shoulder barged, but I thought I could actually get the hit in before that. So you want to make sure that you don't just sit there and think and do it. You also want to realize that the monster can hit you as well. So if you think that he's going to hit you, then shoulder barge. It's not worth getting sent flying and losing your charge. Alright, so anyways, we knocked him over. So we're gonna go ahead and work on his face. We broke his face. And now he's already limping. Look at that. That's just how easy it is. You just gotta keep your distance and go in for a few quick hits. It's basically, that's the gist of Greatsword. It's hit and run. You know, you hit them every now and then. You take advantage of your extremely hard hits, and whenever they're knocked over, that's when you do your true charge. So we're gonna go ahead and shoulder barge to dodge that. We're gonna go ahead and land a true charge just like that. And then we are going to roll and shoulder barge further because he's tired. We're going to flinch him again. We're going to get another true charge in, and he's dead. Just like that. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed my little Greatsword tutorial. I hope that it helped you out in any sense of how to use the weapon. And this is my first time doing a tutorial, so I'm actually not sure, you know, how good I was or anything like that. So if you guys want to give me comments in the suggestion box and give me feedback on how I can make these tutorials better, that'd be great. Give me about 5 minutes and then I'll start working on the Iceborne story, and you guys will be able to see that as well. So without further ado, I'm Beyond Awesome Gaming, and I'm signing off just for like 5 minutes.